And the first one who lies is the one who wins, because this is where the information spread really fast and becoming difficult to make people understand. For the Israelis, they need 1 to 5 missiles to intercept a bullet for a bullet. They need between 10 to 15 of these missiles per day to launch on Israel. They have also the blessing of the geography. They have 1,640,000 square kilometers. I think it is extremely important because it manipulates the narrative. Each side would like to demonstrate in one way or another that the side that he is or she is supporting is actually winning, or it fits with the discourse of the leader who decided the war or decided to fight back. And there is also the manipulation of narrative. That is the theory of George Orwell, when peace is called a war to achieve peace, or civilian killed are considered collateral damage, and fake videos to support one attack and another attack to create panic among the population. And the first one who lies is the one who wins, because this is where the information spread really fast and becoming difficult to make people understand, even if the person apologizes or insists and is deliberate to change the mind of the people. Well, we don't see this as a real problem because the Americans are in. However, it's a problem depending on the way Iran is conducting the war. For example, in the first day, the Iranians flood the interception missile system as it did in June 2025, but this time they are more prepared. And with that, they exhaust the Israeli and the American and other allies' interception system to the point where recharging or replacing or bringing more bombs, it becomes more difficult, because then this is why it justified the meeting with Donald Trump with the industry of armament and pushing them to make more bombs, because this war seems becoming longer and longer and the objectives are changing. And for that, the Iranians are also trying to be a bit sending less missiles to create a kind of economy in their warfare, but to keep people always engaged, country all engaged, the economy always carrying this burden to make sure that nobody is resting. And for that, they need also to produce more missiles or stock enough missiles to continue this war as long as it takes. But also, we need to keep in mind that for the Israelis, they need 1 to 5 missiles to intercept a bullet for a bullet. And that puts much more pressure on the Americans and the Israelis. The Americans are the suppliers and the Israelis who are using them. But the bulk of interception missiles have been concentrated more around Israel and Jordan to make sure that Israel first is protected, because this is the main ally and this is where the Iranians are targeting the most. Well, the Iranians have a problem and an advantage. The problem is they don't control the air, and there is a superiority of the Israelis and the Americans over the sky in Iran. However, they have also the blessing of the geography. They have 1,640,000 square kilometers, so they can spread their missile launching all over the country. Then they have the liquid fuel missile and solid fuel missile. The liquid fuel missile, they need to go out and deploy these missiles to launch them, and that takes between 30 to 60 minutes, and they are extremely vulnerable. Solid fuel missile, if they have them in silos, then under the ground, it's much easier to protect, and depend how long of these ballistic hypersonic missiles they have and how many of these they are going to launch. And that varies between 550 kilograms and 1,800 kilograms of explosive. So they really don't need much. They need between 10 to 15 of these missiles per day to launch on Israel. And if they have 1,000 to 3,000, imagine they can last for a very long time. However, there are other factors that play. If they have to engage the infantry that is not part of the war yet, to defend the borders if the Americans will become more aggressive, if the Israelis want to increase the bombardment, and they've asked for 27,000 bombs that the Americans are going to deliver. All the indications indicate that everybody is going to be under pressure of the storage of bombing.